So hi everyone, today in this video I'm gonna talk about another type of problem that we could solve by using some of the mental models, methodologies that we have been developed that are obviously can have impact because mental models are like models that we take from the reality that help us to systemize our knowledge that we can take are basically like patterns that could so construct our beliefs, and obviously, if you have beliefs that match more what happens in reality, you have a higher likelihood to perceive better the reality, which so makes you have a higher type of probability to predict better what's so gonna happen in reality, and then you're gonna make better type of decisions because you perceive better the relationships between cause and effect. And then so I expect already you to help me by subscribing and afterwards seeing other videos to make you a better person. And then today we're gonna talk about how to solve the problem of stress, but without sacrificing what probably could come a bit with stress, that is performance. But so what's the problem? Sometimes I see, or I don't think it's sometimes, I think it's almost like a epidemic that people they are too much stressed and they kind of get accustomed and they open the doors for stress to also enter and suffer with effects because they're kind of open to get like a trade-off that they're able to handle the stress to make and create the effects that maybe says someone that is stressed has like starts so having some type of diseases that can appear with people that are more stressed than ones that are less. People are sometimes too much open to things that they should not. And so it's important to understand the problem of trying to fight stress. It's not the stress by itself, but what so stress can create in us. So what we want in reality, we want to be healthy, we want to feel well, we want to get well-being. So the main problem of what we want is feeling well. And since what I understand as the society of the science, what has been developed, we still doesn't have like any type of way to make reversions about how the stress can create these effects and now starting and getting back from the normal prior to whole years, months that we have under so distress. And then so we should focus in cutting the stress, and because we doesn't exist like a portion, some type of magical stuff that cuts and kind of heals all the stress effects that comes with being stressed. And then so what do we have to work? We have to work in cutting away the stress level that is too much and will not make to deal during a lot of time. And then so we have understood the problems of stress. It's scientifically proved that stress is not good, creates anxiety, burnout, reduced productivity, creates wealth problems, and we have understood why it's a problem, all these effects, because we have as a desired outcome a sustainable system, a sustainable people, a people with health and well-being. And then so we have to work in what are the causes of stress. We have to understand that mainly the stress is when we're feeling menaced or threatened in our life. And what in the past was just by some interactions that you could have with some other type of animals that could put our life in dangers because some of these animals that they are we should feel threatened by facing them, but our ancestors they were not always facing this type of animals. It wasn't something that was recurrent. Today, even if we don't have this high peak of stress that is always having and feeling in reality, my life, the reality is that we face much more triggers in terms of quantity. We're feeling stressed if you kind of get late in work. We're feeling stressed if not so our work is not being matching a productive level that I established as a standard point. I feel stressed if a parent is not doing what I want. I feel stressed because I have to deal with people that in the past probably if we are just living in trips I will not have to get contact with. I'm kind of so getting asked to do too much things that in the past I will not do that much, but I have to understand that Today, if I don't have control by being and existing so much triggers, by being so much things to do, if we kind of the professionalism type of mindset that I want to perform in everything, I'm not gonna get succeed because certainly I'm not gonna live it long enough to even get if it's I'm gonna get the positive outcomes of whole that to much higher level of productivity that we're not made to kind of support. And then so we have to understand what are the causes of stress and trying to cut away the ones that is unnecessary or the one that even bringing some outcomes. They're not the enough ones in quality to justify the effects that comes with being stressed. And then so what are the causes? Work pressure, mainly financial issues, relationships, so having to deal with people that sometimes can be a bit toxic, or people that I want to kind of get connection and I want them to get connected to me, and then so I pay some time and make sacrifices that sometimes are not justified. People should not be something that you could sacrifice yourself just by having them a specific amount of time in day to day. Health concerns, information overload as well, something that people get stressed, exists as well, the cognitive stress. And then so we have understood what are the causes, we have understood that the brain has limited capacity, too much information leads to overwhelm. We accept. Cortisol response, the body enters in fight or flight mode, reducing rational thinking, and as well, fight and flight mode is not the way that our body is made to live on. But if you're always feeling and you always get triggers by the stressors that I have talked already now in this video, we're gonna so get the effects of the cortisol that it's not that much friendly. And so other things that's important, perceived control. The more control you feel over a situation, the less stress it causes. So which more you feel that you control your life, you control the fields that you're present, better. So we understand the core mechanisms. Where you have to look is cutting stress, feeling that you're more in control of your life, because stress is fear, mainly is triggered with fear. So what you have to generate as hypothesis of actions. One of the first ones, specialize. Don't be someone that thinks that gonna trigger and gonna so get prosperity in whatever is the field that you touch. Why not, instead of focusing on trying to perform in every area, why not focus in one of the areas that you really feel that you're good and you're better than other ones? And then so by focusing, you just so try to perform in that area and then so get the same type of outcomes or even better than trying to and paying too much time in spending in trying to perform in every area, because we're not made to specialize in everything. The economy is not made for that. We don't have time to match with all the knowledges that emerges in one specific area. So why not, if you just and if it's something that matches your own type of likes, you're made and probably you see that some other fields that exist, you probably just like one or two of them. Why so you just focus on them instead of trying to always focus in wherever is the area, because it's not made. Other people will specialize in area. You're all gonna get the great value that the health type of world can provide to you. It don't require you to kind of receive the benefits from the health field. Doesn't require you to specialize in the field and becoming like being specialized in medicine, becoming a nurse. Doesn't need. The economy is created for people's evolving and producing without everyone requiring to know everything. You can get develop something without knowing nothing about that. Sometimes, and the majority of the peoples, they have praise and use the value of the having a phone without knowing how it works. And then so it doesn't need that by not knowing phone works that you cannot enjoy things. So just specialize in what you really understand that you're good, that the world requires, and then so is already thing that cuts the overload that comes with your having the perception that you need to get performance in all the fields and that exist in our life. Understand what you really like, specialize. So we already get load with a lot of the cognitive load that comes with for your brain. Now, other thing, health. Understanding the essentials and the fundamentals of health. What creates health? Based in what science says, it doesn't create in magic portions, in putting your head back during 1 minute a day. Not don't believe on that, just create stress. The health is not made of magical portions. If it were, they would be adopted and everyone would know and they would so provide. What's a health has been proven that, so the health field has been proven that's good for your health. Diet, doing diets, some omegas, vitamins, do that. Take a pill if you don't have time to take all the diversified foods that you needed. Look for doing some specific exercise. Create relationships. Why not match so what's good and what has utility? So if relationship is useful, why not try to connect and having good connections with people that not just are good to feel connected with just because they're humans, but as well because they aggregate value for you. They're kind of partners in other areas. They get specialized in other areas, and then so if you want a favor or a specific thing that you didn't know in that area, you can get contact with the people and they help you. So basically, is you becoming more lean, being someone that has more leverage in your life, understanding that you can specialize in an area, you can get friends with other ones area, be looking for fundamentals. That's why health is another type of thing that people as well want to get, and then so look for what science backs that's really effective for your health, and not focus in things and assumptions that you listen, and sometimes you kind of so fall because you're busy, you kind of fall in authority base. You see some famous saying that's effective, but looking for what is really effective and not what is said that is effective. Look for the fundamentals, helps you to thrive in a world that you got too much information and so you lead with overload. Use some principles. You kind of need to get critical thinking. Is another thing that helps you to not suffer with stress, because stress is a response. But if you have a higher ability to filter and then understand when you really need to get stressed, is something that's useful. So kind of not fall and not feeling stressed because you see a new thing. Really understand that things that happens in news, the majority of the things you cannot control by yourself, and then so you not should bother because it's not something that you can get like your action will matter that much in reality. Give less attention, awareness for things that you don't control. It's basically already other thing that takes a lot of the pressure that creates a lot of stress. So I expect this video helps you to make you a better person, and see you in the next one.